Hi everyone, welcome to Planet J. My name is Jay, and today we're going to be doing a pick a pile reading, except this one is going to be a little interesting because you're going to get to watch me do the blind shuffles. So usually when you guys come on here, I already have the piles shuffled up and you can just pick from them. But now what I'm going to do is let you guys actually watch my process again. I used to do this a lot more often when I did my pre-recording videos, but for the live room that you guys watch, and later on I'll put in some music. But today's topic is going to be for my feminines, for my women watching who want to know what makes other people envy them, what makes other people feel inspired by them, what makes other people wish that they had something that they had. It doesn't have to be negative, but if it is, I will let you guys know if that energy is coming through. My name is Jay. Thanks for watching. We're going to have 5 piles to choose from, so you can either choose by the crystal, you can choose by whichever pile you feel most drawn to after the shuffles, or you can choose by the images in the thumbnail. Okay, now the men's edition for this is going to be tomorrow on live, so check that out if you guys want to watch that one. So now I'm going to get quiet, and the only thing that you're going to see is me doing the shuffles until they're all here on the table. It usually takes me about 5 minutes to get that done. So yeah, let's just do it now. So what I'm going to do is talk for like the first minute. So here on the channel, what I'm going to start doing is a weekly, bi-weekly schedule for when I'm going on live or when I'm posting videos. So the most wanted topic was let me gas you up, let me hype you up. So I'm going to be finding unique different ways to like gas and hype people up on the channel. So today's weekly video is going to be what makes people want to be in your shoes. Okay, next week might be something completely different. Okay. So this is how I do my shuffles. I don't take them if they flip over, and I just pull them all through like that. What else did I want to say? So we already did one poll for what you guys wanted for the weekly reading. We got Let Me Hype You Up. So whatever comes second in that poll, I'm going to put it in one more poll with 3 other options. And then whichever one is the highest for those will be the 2 readings that we do, weekly and bi-weekly here. And then everyone else, check out the membership on Patreon or YouTube membership if you want to watch the weekly zodiac sign or the monthly zodiac sign readings and stuff like that. Okay, what else did I want to say while we're shuffling? I will be doing another raffle for someone to win a free 20-minute reading from me. Again, we had somebody win. I think we did it a couple of months ago. So I'm going to try to do that quarterly here on the channel. So if you guys want to enter that, hit the notification bell so you know when I post when that raffle is starting. And if you want to know what type of readings you can get from me for those 20 minutes, check out my Etsy page and what type of questions you can ask. So this one flipped over. I don't take it. I put it right back in and keep shuffling. What else did I want to say? Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for supporting me. I will also be going back to selling some stuff in a shop, like more astrological stuff, more crystals, all that. So look out for that shop soon. And thank you guys so much for your donations. Everything is in the link below. So anyone that donates, anyone that becomes a member, what's that thing, super something that they let you do here on live, thanks so much for that. I really appreciate it. I feel like this one right here was actually meant to be in reverse. I don't know what it is, but I am going to flip it around because I just kind of felt called to. Sometimes I feel like that during these readings. Okay, so now I'm going to get quiet and you guys are going to hear music for the rest of the shuffles later on once the video processes. And for those of you that are watching right now, I hope you enjoy the shuffles as much as I enjoy doing them. Okay. Great. Okay, so we've got all 5 piles here. We're just going to continue doing the shuffles until I've got all of the cards out for the spread that I'm looking for. So now we're using Moonology. Almost done. We've got 2 more decks. Now you guys can always come back and speed this card up as well. Once you let you do that, you hit the little gear. It's either going to be on the top or the bottom. You move your mouse or whatever, and then you can speed it up. Playback speed. So you guys can actually watch this quicker later on. Again, I don't know what any of these say. Do these blindfolds, and the reason I like to do this for you guys sometimes is because when I'm doing these readings, I'll have like serendipitous things come through. Like I'll hear something in clear audio, and then like it'll literally say that on one of the cards. Say what I mentioned, or have the same colors as what I was seeing, or something like that. And it's cool for you guys to be able to see that happen in real time. So that's why I decided to do the shuffles. Because that's how tricky it is for me to do piles sometimes. Okay, finally, we've got 1 card from this for each, and then we're going to start with pile number 1. Thanks so much for watching. This part. Okay, great. So we got Amazonite crystal, pile number 1. Or whatever shoe you felt most attracted to in the image. This flipped over, so I'm not going to take them. Right back in. This one came out. I'm not going to take reversal for this deck. This is the purple agate crystal, so somebody in pile number 2 might be attracted to that one. Or the shoe. Now this next crystal, I actually have no idea what it was. It's a gift. Somebody found this rock, and I thought it looked like granite or something like that. I really liked it. It made me feel safe, so I kept it. And I'm putting it in this reading, so if you want to go to that one, just know I have no idea what it's called. I have no idea what it's called. I think it's a metamorphosis rock, but I'm not sure. Okay, so the only one that didn't well, that one flipped over, so we're not going to take it. So yeah, there's the dark crystal here, or the dark rock here. You guys might get drawn to. For the 4th one, it's a sodalite crystal. Or sodalite crystal. I'm not sure which one is the pronunciation. This guy keeps running the show. Interesting. It's gonna go for pile 4. Oh, I kind of messed that up, didn't I? And finally, pile 5. Last but not least, pile number 5's final card is going to be, let's see. Well, I'm not going to know what it is, but here we go. All right, so while I get these all situated and ready, these are your groups that you can choose from for each pile. Pile number 1, Amazonite crystal, purple lace agate, whatever this one is, dark black rock, starlight crystal or sodalite crystal, and then the lapis lazuli crystal for pile number 5. Okay, so this did go over a little bit what I thought was gonna take for the shuffles to come through, but sometimes it happens like that. So I will adjust the timestamp later, so just bear with me while we're here in the reading. I'm gonna give you guys about 30 seconds to choose real quick before I move on to pile number 1. Again, thanks so much for watching. My name is Jay, and if it resonates, let me know. Okay. 11 minutes and 30 seconds, we'll say. Perfect. Hi, guys. Everyone that chose pile number 1, welcome to your reading. We are going to be looking at what makes people want to be in your shoes. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the real honest messages, meaning if it shows up like inspiration that people are feeling, I will say that. If it shows up like people are feeling jealous, I will say that. If it shows up like people are sending you evil eye, I will say that, because in some instances you might feel really happy about yourself. In other instances, it might be useful for you to protect yourself. So just take the messages that resonate. And yeah, good intentions here, at least from me. Here we go. Tell me about pile number 1 that chose this light green Amazonite crystal. We're going to put your crystal right here with your number, and let's just look at you and what people think about you, I guess. So you got the Moon card, which is the Eight of Cups in this deck. It talks about praise, feeling, emotion, the imagination, intuition, and inspiration. Okay. You got new vision. New vision. This is the Hangman. You got inner voice. Wow, the High Priestess. Wow. You've got Two of Swords. Schizophrenia. New vision, inner voice, schizophrenia. Oh, interesting. Okay. We've got King of Cups. The Four of Pentacles. Nice. The Two of Pentacles. Okay, so 2 twos has come out here. Two Swords, Two Pentacles. Even the high, or actually 3 twos here. The High Priestess here is the second major arcana. So the number 2 might be significant here. Some of you guys, it's a Taurus that's thinking these things about you, or maybe you have Taurus in your chart and that's how you know that maybe this is your group. But I don't know why that number just came through, Taurus. And I also heard the month. Second month is February, so I don't know if February is significant for somebody here. Okay, so we've got a new start is coming, new moon, right underneath new vision. Interesting. And we've got personal issues. Oh, a personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer. Okay. Last 3 cards, 3 of Cups, Ace of Swords, 2 of Wands. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice message to relay. Because I feel like for this group, the reason why people want to be in your shoes, it's like the emotions that it elicits from them is actually positive. It's actually positive, the way that people are feeling after they see you being who you are. So, pile number 1, why do people want to be in your shoes? Some of you guys, people quite literally want to be in your shoes because you just move majestically. Like some of you guys, it's your posture or the way you walk. Like you seem very sure of yourself. Some people here can like dance like there's no tomorrow, or just like live a very like free life without wondering what people are thinking or saying about them. And other people notice that and they want to be in your shoes because they feel like it's a lighter way to live, a freer way to live than what they're used to. So in this group, I wouldn't be surprised if you have older people that would want to be in your shoes, or for some of you guys, it's like superiors or people that just like have had a hard time breaking free from traditions that don't serve them. Why do people want to be in your shoes? They want to be in your shoes because you seem very connected to your heart chakra, to your emotional center. There's a lot of water energy coming through here, specifically with this like full moon in Cancer coming through here. But I even got this High Priestess energy, but sometimes this is my Cancer and Scorpio card. And then this is the major arcana for Pisces. So whether you are a water sign, it's water signs thinking this about you, or you just kind of give off that energy of like you follow your own. I almost wanted to say you follow your own heartbeat, but what I really want to say is like you follow your own pace. If you're not ready for something mentally or physically or emotionally, you're not going to do it. It doesn't come off as like stagnant. It kind of comes more like, it comes more off like somebody who's so in tune with themselves that like they do things when they want to. And it's so interesting because some of you guys, it's like other people, they feel like they have to constrain themselves. So it could be people that maybe they have kids or they have like a very busy life. They don't have time to be more casual. It almost feels like maybe they feel like it's almost like people that I feel are getting stressed with like their life and their normal routine, and then they see you and it's kind of like an inspiration, but it also makes them kind of wish that they could have a life like that, quote unquote. And the reason why I'm saying quote unquote is because I do feel like these people realize that it's something that they could do for themselves, but it's like the reason why they're able to realize that is because they see you doing it. People want to be in your shoes too because you kind of seem like somebody who's not afraid of appearing a bit odd or appearing a bit different with the way you think. Like you could be, maybe you're the person in your family that's more progressive in thought, or maybe you're the person in your neighborhood and your job and your out of your colleagues or whatever that has had a different way of getting to where you are, or maybe your background is something different or whatever. But it just almost feels like people want to be in your shoes because they can't put you in a box, and it feels like you're so aware of that. Now there's something different about you too with the Four of Pentacles here, where you come off like somebody who knows the value of things. You know your own worth too. You seem like a very grounded individual, and the part about you being free is, I feel like, the main part why people want to be in your shoes, because it's a nice balance with the Two of Pentacles that they are not used to seeing. So some of you guys, it's like you can get shit done, you can get work done, maybe you understand the value of a dollar or whatever, but at the same time, that's not going to stop you from enjoying your life. It's at the same time, it's not going to stop you from listening to your intuition, listening to things that maybe you can't find in a textbook, but it's still wise knowledge. So you could be the group of people here where you respect your elders, like you've learned a lot. Maybe you have had role models or idols that you kind of follow. And I feel like people want to be in your shoes for that reason too, because it makes you come off as humble. A personal issue reaches resolution. That's why people want to be in your shoes, because they feel like their stresses, they feel like their feeling turned upside down, having to go with the waves, is always happening. But when they look at you, they've seen you go through new starts. They've seen you completely transform. They've seen you have other people tell you something completely different, and you not, I don't want to say you not be bothered, because I do feel like some people here see that some things are emotionally taxing for you. I feel like some people could see that something. I'm going to move these over so there's not a glare on these cards. Actually, sorry about that. I just realized. But I feel like some people want to be in your shoes because they care a lot about what people think. And some of you guys, it's not their fault. It's because of the way that they were raised. It's because like maybe they had a very strict parent or parents that maybe they gave them like conditional love or something like that. It almost feels like the people that are feeling inspired by you are learning what to break free from by watching you. So it almost makes them feel like they're missing something. Like, how did I not know this? How did I not see this before I saw pile number one? This is so interesting. I feel like in this group, people make a lot of assumptions about you, but one thing that they feel when they're around you is like joyful. A lot of people feel joyful in your presence, and that's why they want to be in your shoes. They notice that other people like laughing with you. They notice that other people find you charismatic, or they notice that maybe you have your own circle. Maybe you have friends or family members that you really jive with, and like they want that in their life too. It could be people that feel a bit lonely. It could be other people that feel Ace of Swords, honest and true. They feel honest and true. People want to be in your shoes because some of you guys, you really don't take things like personally, and they do. When they are, maybe when they're being disagreed with or when they're being challenged, it can feel like they have to put their defenses up, but you're not like that. You can take in new perspectives and know like what is yours and what isn't. Hmm. I feel like you have like a strong discernment in this group, and people want to be in your shoes for that reason, because the decisions you make, the people you go around, um, they feel like you're so intentional with those things. And it's like, I feel like people want to be in your shoes too, because they feel like if they were to make the decisions that they had to, they'd probably end up in a shittier spot than you. So like maybe you choose these new starts very intentionally, and it's like they want to be in your shoes because maybe they feel like they're always getting the shitty end of the stick or something like that. I'm seeing garlic here. Some of you guys, people want to be in your shoes because you look healthy. You look healthier than them. You look like somebody who has thought long and hard about your future, you know what I mean? But you're not confined. I feel like the people in this group that want to be in your shoes feel a little bit trapped in their everyday life, you know what I mean? So compassion towards them, because again, I do feel like these are people that are viewing at least pile number one in a positive light, but they also see your struggle sometimes, when they see how you are so capable. They see some of you guys, people want to be in your shoes because maybe they were raised to be more like superficial or materialistic, or that's like something that they're trying to break free from, but they're not quite there yet. And then they see you being able to laugh, smile, enjoy the small things while they're, I don't want to say like unappreciative in their life, but it's like they still feel like there's something missing, and you could very well feel like that yourself, but it doesn't come off that way. It kind of comes off like, for you, instead of feeling like there's something missing, it's like, I just haven't started that chapter of my life yet. Oh, okay, so some of you guys, you're in one of those piles from that reading. Interesting. Some people think you have beautiful eyes. Other people want to be in your shoes because you look good in certain colors that they feel like they can't rock. So there are some physical things coming through here for why people want to be in your shoes, and then there are other things that I feel like is more so resonated. Hi guys, thanks for watching, by the way. More resonated, or more closely connected to like your power, your internal. It almost feels like your internal clock. Some of you guys, you can keep a good routine, and others of you, you're actually more sporadic and spontaneous with your life when it comes to certain things. I don't want to say all things. I feel like some things you keep, a certain way, but other things you can have a little bit more leeway. And it's like when you choose those things, how you're choosing those things, I feel like that's the main part by why people want to be in your shoes, because you seem to be someone who's so clear. So clear, you know what I mean? Emotional yet clear. And it doesn't make you look immature. It doesn't make you look anything. It makes you look like a feeler. Yeah, that's why people want to be in your shoes, because it's people that maybe they were raised that they weren't allowed to have emotions, or maybe they started to feel at some point in their life that like they couldn't get too comfortable. They couldn't enjoy this too much because maybe they might get disappointed, and then they see you and it's like you don't appear to be like that. So it's like in their mind they're like, yeah, let me be more like pile number one in that way. Maybe I would feel better in my body. Maybe I would feel better in my spirit if I kind of took a page out of their book. I feel like in this group, I'm seeing a butterfly, I'm seeing the color yellow, and I'm also seeing a heart. So I feel like in this group, you are like a very caring, deep individual, and that your connections that you make are not surface level. And other people can really see that. Like they can see with your partners, they can see with your family, with your friends, that those connections were made from love. Those connections were made again with intentionality. You've really gotten to know those people have gotten to know you, or that's the intention. I just keep hearing something about intentions here, setting them. So some of you guys, maybe you believe in manifestation, and for others of you, I'm seeing it's like your perspective on life. They wish that they could be like that. There's some people here that wish they weren't as closed-minded. Yeah, they wish they weren't as closed-minded as they are when they compare themselves to you. No one should really be comparing themselves to anybody, but I do feel like it's okay to find healthy inspiration here and there. And I do feel like in this group, the comparison that people are making, it's in a positive way. You know what I mean? It's to make them grow. So I do feel like when I do that reading soon, how you heal others, you're definitely going to come through in one of those piles too. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to split that one up into masculine versus feminine roles just yet, but that's what I got here for pile number one. Thank you guys so much for waiting. If you are watching for another group, I do anticipate that this reading is going to come to be a little bit longer just because one, I have 5 piles compared to my usual like 3 or 4. And also, this is going to be in 2 parts. So for my masculines or for my men that want to watch, your part is going to be tomorrow, just because I feel like energetically I need to give myself a break before I do probably what will be another like maybe 2-hour long reading in addition to this one. But this King of Cups is really calling me. I feel like this is the group of people where people want to be in your shoes too, because you're a lot of people's rock. You're a lot of people's, and it could be a lot of people. It could just be your partner. It could just be your best friend. I really don't know, because I'm getting the people that are wanting to be in your shoes are coming from three different groups. Some of them are your friends. Some of them are people like strangers you just recently met, where they're looking at you, comparing. And then others are people that you're working with, even people that you used to work with. So that's what I'm saying. I think everything is a little bit different depending on what type of relationship is coming up. But with this King of Cups, I think that people see you. You do have a light to you. I'm getting that you're a realistic person, don't get me wrong, but then there's also like a futuristic, almost creative or trippy side to you that like people like. There's no one like you, you know what I mean? I'm not seeing the star card here specifically in this reading, but it's like coming to mind right now. King of Cups. I'm looking at this card. It's just the imagery on these cards are so fascinating to me. So I'm kind of taking like my own intuitive notes from them. I'm seeing the cattails here. So some people could swim really well, really enough. There's so many reasons why another person might want to be in your shoes that you might think is like a trivial thing. But for them, it could be an insecurity for them. It could be something that they still feel like they're working on, you know. But I do feel like for this group of people, you seem to be a very emotionally in touch person, honest, authentic person, deep person, and also a practical person. Some of you guys are good with money too. So that's why people want to be in your shoes. But that's what I'm getting for pile number one. If that resonated, give it a like and come back for another one here on my channel. I'm going to pick these cards up now, and we're going to start with pile number 2 or shoe number 2, depending on, you know, if you chose it based off of the shuffles or the image. But yeah, I love you. Let me know. Comment on the video. Let me know what resonated. Give it a like. Share it with your mama, your daddy, your grandma, whoever, your bestie. And maybe they'll find themselves somewhere in one of these piles too. But okay, here we go. We're going to move on now to pile number 2. This was a lovely reading. Amazonite crystal, say bye-bye. Sorry, I hope that wasn't loud in the microphone. Now we're moving on to shoe number 2. Let me double check which color shoe number 2. I think the first shoe was like that black boot, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And the second shoe is the pink pump. Okay. So let me double check really quickly. Yeah. Okay. Timestamp in the chat. We're starting pile number 2 around 27 minutes. So that's going to be in about 10 seconds. Let me just get a sip of my water because I have been talking for a minute. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Okay. Spirit, can you tap me into pile number 2 now? Welcome to your reading. You guys might have been drawn to that pink pump or this purple lace agate crystal. I think that's what it's called. Or you might have been drawn to the way I did the shuffles in the beginning of the reading. Whichever one. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Jay. Definitely only take what resonates for you. And if you're masculine watching, part number 2 is coming out tomorrow. Okay, now I'm going to be doing gas me up readings weekly and bi-weekly here on the channel. So it'll be different topics like this. So today we're going to be doing why people want to be in your shoes. Maybe next week I'll do let me gas you up or a different topic, but they're all going to be to make you guys feel good. And I have a tier on Patreon which has exclusive readings just like that. If you guys want to join or check out the collective, feel free to do so. Not the collective, the collection on Patreon. Okay, so we got key. This is the 8 of Pentacles. Unlocking answer. Destiny. Wow. Openness, a solution, and fulfillment. This is a really, in my opinion, a really strong card to start off with. Some of you guys are very much connected to your North Node. Like you're in line with your North Node placement. So some people might feel stuck with their South Node karmic ties, things that no longer serve them. They're having a hard time letting them go. But with you, I feel like you align very well with what you're meant to do. This is the group of people, you probably know what you're talented at. You know your strengths. You know what you're good at and what you could work on. You could be a very hardworking individual. Problems don't keep you down. You're a solution-oriented person. And you can open up a lot of doors that most people feel like will never be an opportunity for them. And that's why people want to be in your shoes. And I got that just from the first card. Wow, look, as I say that. 10 of Pentacles, we are the world. Wow. Okay, wow. Oh my gosh. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, friendliness. Okay, so the groups are going to get more and more specific. I'm getting that now. As we go through, more and more specific. Okay, not a problem. The Hermit. Okay, some people can have Virgo in their chart. Don't have to in this group. Or it's a Virgo thinking these things about you. Somebody with Virgo in your chart could be significant. Maybe just talk to somebody with Virgo in their chart. If that is the case, maybe some of these things are confirmation for you. The number 2, what is that? 9 or 10 could be significant. 19, 12. Let's see. 6 of Pentacles. Oh, that's such a beautiful card. Look at it. Okay. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay. 2 of Swords. This came out in the other reading, but in a different deck. 2 of Swords. Okay. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. A new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Somebody here could have Libra in their chart too. Or someone thinking these things about you could have Libra in their chart. I feel like in this group, the people that want to be in your shoes are probably like family members. Let's see who else. 6 of Cups. 8 of Wands. Okay. And the Justice card. People that want to be in your shoes. Oh, okay. This is interesting. I feel like this group of people, you deserve to hear this message because the people that want to be in your shoes, weirdly enough, are people that have like probably like wronged you, or maybe they missed out on an opportunity with you because they couldn't appreciate your wonderful qualities. And now they feel a little bit of guilt or like shame, or maybe they just feel, like I said, they're so aware now of like what they lost or what they took for granted. So some of you guys, you've had friends do this, you've had bullies do this, just like unhealthy people do this that didn't find themselves in enough time, So I'm sensing like a feeling of repent here from some of these people. There are a good amount of people I feel like that acknowledge that they probably could have done better by you or something like that. And they also think back to you, or some of you guys still see you now and they see qualities in you that they wish they had. So let's get deeper into like what those things are. Sorry about that. That's a little slanted. Okay, tell me about the qualities that they wish that they had. The Hermit. Number 9, the Hermit. Some people wish that they could be in your shoes because you know how to detach emotionally. Some people wish that, like, for example, some people here, like, let's say you're a baddie or you're like a really attractive guy or something like that. Maybe you don't view yourself that way, but other people do. I feel like in this group, a lot of people want to be in your shoes because they see other people want to interact with you more than you want to be interacting with them. So there's this like kind of appeal to you. You could be more, I don't even want to say exclusive. Some of you guys are more reserved and like shy, but like that doesn't stop other people from wanting to interact with you, wanting to talk with you. Like it's almost like some people here, your personality and the way you dress are like completely different. Or like people might take one look at you, but when they actually get to know you, there's like someone completely different underneath there. Whereas with pile number one, I feel like it was very clear who they were when they entered a room, when they started speaking. So I feel like in this group, the reason why people want to be more like you is because as they unravel more parts of your character, you seem more interesting, you seem intriguing, you know. People want to be like you because you're not a codependent person. So you could have family members, friends, or someone, I don't know, that's looking at you and maybe they've had a hard time letting go of unhealthy people. Maybe they feel lonely all the time, but then they see you and you're very comfortable in your space, skin alone. Some people want to be more like you for that reason. People want to be more like you because I do feel like in this group you are nice. You're a nice person, you're polite. You can make friends easily if you want to. You seem like a very fair person, logical person, rational. And it makes other people want to be like that too. So far, I'm not getting too much like negative, evil eye, envy sort of things. I was prepared just in case if that was going to come through. Hence why I put evil eye in the title, just for my viewers, protect y'all too. But I feel like in this group, it's similar to pile number one, where I'm getting more positive vibes here. The way that you're being perceived is good. Hmm. You seem to be somebody who can really dive deep into yourself. Like you're a very self-aware person, and I feel like that's one reason why people want to be in your shoes. And I know that that's hard to kind of understand when you're already a self-aware person. You can't quite fathom not having like an inner voice or an inner conscience, but some people don't. Some people feel pulled in two different directions morally, ethically all the time. You know what I mean? Because they don't quite know themselves and they're working on that. And maybe they've been through some sort of trauma, so it's hard for them to figure out who they really are versus what they've been through. And with you, despite, or some of you guys are hurt despite what you've been through, and for others of you, it's just despite how difficult it is to do so, you know the difference between what you've been through and who you are. So you can always find your way back to yourself. So I feel like in this group, people want to be in your shoes because you seem connected to yourself, but also to everyone else. This is the Ten of Pentacles here. So some people here want to be in your shoes because you have a close relationship with your family and they don't. Other people here, let's say you have a strained relationship with your family, but maybe you chose your friends to be your family, or maybe you can find a sense of community anywhere. Excuse me. People want to be in your shoes because the emotions that you invoke in other people, when you're not around, they see it, but you don't. So you're the type of person where when people are around you, they may not say anything to you because they're nervous, because they are intimidated. But when you leave, other people hear the whispers that they're saying to so and so. They see the looks up and down that you're not paying much attention to. You know what I mean? So people want to be in your shoes because they see the reaction in other people. Does that make sense? It's like they're watching other people see you and they want that for themselves. They want other people to think twice about them. They want other people to think about them when they go home, to want to know who they were. You know what I mean? And that's what they think when they see you. So they want that. Queen of Cups. Some people here are very, very, very comfortable in their own body, regardless of the body type. And they wish they could be more like that. Hmm. Some people here have really nice skin, or their hair grows really quickly, and they wish that they could be like that. There are other people here who have like ventured into tattoos and piercings, and other people want to be in their shoes because maybe they want to be as carefree with that. You know what I mean? Like there are some people who genuinely want tattoos and piercings, but they just don't know what to get, or they don't feel like they would be okay with like getting them for the rest of their life. Like they're not sure if they would want something like that permanently on them. But some people here, you don't have that sort of like issue. Again, there's so many reasons why people might want to be in your shoes that you may not think are like the biggest deal, but to other people it is. Some people here are very good when it comes to like makeup, cosmetology, stuff like that, and they wish that they were. Like maybe you're really good at matching something to your skin tone. Some other people here have like a natural beauty and they don't have to wear that sort of thing, or they're just not into it. And maybe there are other people here that are trying to get away from that, but they still feel like they'd have to use a little bit of concealer, a little bit of foundation, or something like that throughout the day. It's perfectly fine. But they see that difference. Some people here just look at you and they think you have a very natural beauty to you, regardless of if you're wearing makeup or not, regardless of if you've had surgery or not. Now, I don't usually get messages about like cosmetic anything here on my channel. So it's kind of weird that came through. Maybe some people here can relate. I don't know, but that message came through. Now, other people here, they resonated with what I said. That's not like maybe they feel like they also envy other people for something that I just said. And other people here, they can tell that some people want to be in their shoes for those same reasons. There's something about the lips here too. Someone here has very beautiful lips. Another person here watching has like a smaller nose. They wish they had that. Physical qualities are coming through here when I'm looking at this Queen of Cups card for some reason. Now I'm also seeing some people here that actually look beautiful when they're pregnant, beautiful when they've gained a little weight. So other feminines might want to be in their shoes for that reason because they don't feel like they carry weight the same. Maybe it doesn't hit the same places. Growth. I'm seeing a lot of growth in you. A lot of people want to be in your shoes because the way that you came to your success for some people here, or the way you're going to, is going to be from being a good person, from watering yourself, from tending to your own wounds too. So I also heard other people want to be in this group shoes because you don't. What is that? What is that? Is that integrity? I'm trying to figure out what this is. I don't know. It just always seems like you're always going to be successful, or people envy you because they feel like it's almost like your path is already set out for you. There's not much more that you have to do before you get to where you need to be. And you may feel completely, you may feel like you have a billion other things, a billion other tasks, so many other things in your career that you want to do before you get to where you want to be. But to other people, they see you already like surpassing them in some ways. And that it makes them feel like they have to speed up. It makes them feel like they have to be a little bit quicker. They need to start doing their research. They need to start, whatever. And there are other people here, like I said, they see you being giving. They see you doing things out of the kindness of your heart. Maybe you donate, maybe you volunteer, maybe you do some things pro bono or whatever. Some people could wish that they had the opportunity to do that. Maybe they can afford to, or maybe they don't have the time in their schedule to do some of the things. Some of you guys have turned your hobbies into something lucrative because I keep seeing the money here, but I'm also seeing tears. I'm also seeing tears there. Some people could want to be in your shoes because maybe you didn't grow up with the best life, but you've overcome those things, whereas other people are still struggling. This feels like somebody who can handle a lot on their own, but I do feel like you make other people feel very loved and like understood and adored. That's not a very easy thing to do, honestly. Some people think that they're comforting or they think that they're like a good friend, but they could be a little bit better. You know what I mean? Like they could be a little bit better of a friend, but I feel like in this group, like it's not really like that. You're perceived as a good partner, a good family member, a good friend. That's why people want to be in your shoes because maybe sometimes they can't help but be selfish, or maybe sometimes they can't help but hold a grudge, or have a hard time apologizing. But you seem like somebody, like I said, who can like detach in a way. You you're okay and comfortable in silence too. So some people want to be in your shoes for that reason. Maybe when things are quiet or when there's not a lot going on, other people start to feel anxious or like they have to fill the space, fill the air or something like that. And you don't. You don't. Yeah, I'm not getting that here. Six of Cups. People want to be in your shoes because this one's different. This Six of Cups, this is different. Because I'm getting a sense of like love. It's kind of weird. I don't know if it's like people want to be in your shoes or they want to like merge with you. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is in this group. An extra message that came through is like, it's not only that some people want to be in your shoes, but also some people want to connect with you. Like some people want to be with you. They want to be your friend and they want to be in your circle. Similar to pile number one, but for this reason, it's different. In this group, the reason why is because they see your soul, they see your spirit, and it's like they want that. You know what I mean? They want to be a part of that. They want to feel the love that you have to give. You know what I mean? So interesting. It's not just like that they want to be like you, but it's like they also want a piece of that. So I feel like in this group, you have people, it's like people that want to be your friend. So some of you guys, like I said, it's like ex friends or ex whatevers. And then for others of you, it's like maybe it's someone new, whatever, every now and again. But like, it feels like people that like who you are, they've always wanted to be able to be that. And maybe they feel like you're a part of their soul tribe or something like that. So not only do they want to be in your shoes, but they want to be there with you. You know what I mean? They want to be a support to you. A new romantic cycle begins here. So some people here want to be in your shoes because maybe you have suitors and they don't, or they feel like they don't, because sometimes it's not that you don't have suitors, you're just not looking in the right place. And other times, there's something deeper there. But I feel like in this group, you seem like to be somebody who has, maybe you've gone to therapy or maybe you've done work on yourself. No one can tell you who you are. You know who you are. And people want to be in your shoes for that reason. Because that means that you don't question when someone has wronged you if you were the problem. You know you weren't. And the other way around too. You don't question if maybe you could have done something differently. You already know those things. So when people are going back and forth in their own mind about like what they could have done or what they shouldn't have done, blah blah blah, like you've already came to those answers. You've already forgiven yourself. You've already moved forward. You've already grown from it. I feel like in this group you have high standards too, but you're humble, and they like that. Some people here, you're so smart, like you're extremely smart, and people want to be in your shoes because you know a lot about what's going on around you, not just with you internally, but you know a lot about the world, you know a lot about politics, and it's like maybe they feel like they have a hard time keeping up with everything, but you do it so smoothly, so well. It's just a part of who you are. It's a part of your character. Some of you guys, this is part of your purpose too. You could be a very open person. I'm not saying you can't be shy or reserved or whatever this is, but or maybe you're a skeptic. I don't know what I'm seeing, like a different spectrum. But one thing about you for sure is that you're going to get there. You know what I mean? You're not going to complain. You're not going to blame anybody else for something not working out for you. You don't feel entitled. You don't feel like this feels really good. A good person, decent person that people see, they feel. And yeah, they want to be more like that. So I'm hoping that the rest of the piles continue to be so positive, you know, in the messages. But who knows? Who knows? Sometimes there's a little bit of misplaced envy or whatever that is. Yeah, but I feel like you have a lot of emotional depth. You create spiritual connections with people. People miss you when you're gone. You're a lot of people's emotional anchor, whether you realize it or not. And I feel like your colleagues really respect you, and they wish that they could be more like you because of the way that you cover all your bases. You're very organized. You I don't know, you just kind of seem like someone who's always doing like a bit of soul searching. You're always a bit withdrawn, you know, and maybe these are people that feel like they give a little bit too much in the beginning, or they say too much about themselves, but there's a nice mystique to you. There's a nice unraveling to you. Like everything about yourself, you know, a nice blend, a nice balance. And I feel like other people really wish that they could be more like that. So yeah, if that resonated, definitely give it a like and come back for another one here. I feel like this could be the group of like ambiverts. Is that what it is? Where it's like some introvert, some extrovert, catch you on the right day sort of energy. Everything you touch turns to gold. I also feel like some of you guys like unintentionally may make other people feel a bit like defensive or, you know, certain ways about themselves, but it ultimately leads to them like changing for the better. So I feel like some people, the reason why I was getting this vibe of like people from your past wanting to be more like you is because maybe if they would have like listened to you sooner and knew that you had like the right intentions, that maybe they would have gotten to where they wanted to be quicker. So, because some of you guys, you give people like advice or you tell people like the truth, and maybe they're not ready for it. I feel like they were ready for it a long time ago, but they just didn't want to be. Like, it's like they suppressed or like repressed a lot of things, and you kind of like maybe you were honest with them and they weren't ready to hear it. But now they like think back to those things and they kind of wish that they could be more like you and would have thought about those things on their own first, or just been more receptive, like how you are with the Queen of Cups. I feel like you're a very emotionally receptive person, also with ideas, because you're not a closed-minded individual. You're somebody who likes to know things. Like, you don't talk about things that you don't know anything about, so you always come off as like very prestigious or smart, book smart as well as street smart for some of you guys, and they wish they could be more like that. Okay, I don't know how long this pile got to be. Hopefully it's around the same duration as pile number one, but thanks so much for watching. If it resonated, definitely give it a like, comment on the video, share it with your mama, your daddy, whoever, and let me know what made sense. Part number two is going to be for the men, for the masculines, and that's going to be tomorrow evening, or no, tomorrow afternoon around 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay. If you guys want a personal reading from me, check out my Etsy page. I do 18 and up readings, regular love readings, career, whatever it is you're looking for. Some of them are based off of how many questions you can ask, and some of them are based off of time. So check them out. You can probably find whichever one's best for you. Okay, let's move on to pile number three. Pile number three. I want to say that I feel like I'm moving through these quickly, but I just look at the clock and it says 45 minutes, so maybe not. I'm hoping that we can get these finished in an hour and a half, no more than 2 hours, because I don't want you guys waiting, but you know, the messages do be coming how they come. Pile number three, we're starting you guys in about 30 seconds, so let me get a sip of my water and we will get started. Thanks so much for watching, by the way. Okay, spirits, have me insert pile number 3. This either you guys were drawn to, which shoe was that? Let me check. You guys were probably drawn to the Jordan, that lilac white Jordan. I made these arts, like these different shoes. The only one that I didn't make is the last one, which is actually a specific brand, and I will give you guys the name of the brand. Not because I'm sponsoring it, but just simply because I like the boot. But these third ones here, these are Jordans, Air Jordan 4s, and I always like them in different colorways. I always wanted to do a reading like this, why people want to be in your shoes, and add this one. So I finally did it. So yeah, I don't even know if they actually have that as a colorway for the shoe, but I liked it. Here we go. So why do people want to be in their shoes? What I'm going to do is flip over all the cards, and then we'll just kind of like go through the interpretation as it comes through. I'm clairaudient, so I definitely will be, saying little things that I hear that might resonate with you. So definitely take what is only take what is yours. Clover, 6 of Pentacles. Now in this reading, I'm going to be looking at if people are envying you or if they're feeling inspired by you, right? So if it's positive or more so negative emotions, I will definitely be honest about that, just so you guys can do the proper cleansing or protection that you may feel you need to. Clover, this is about luck, gambling, opportunity, hope, small happiness, and charm. Why do people want to be in their shoes? You've got going with the flow, Ace of Cups. This is our Osho Zen deck, by the way. We've got sorrow, 9 of Swords. Wow. And the Master. I'm not so sure about this one. The reason why I'm saying that is just because I got chills on my body just now. But like usually when I get chills during these readings, it's like a positive message. But for this one, I kind of got chills like, I don't know. Because this could be the group of people where you've actually like been through some things, and it's like people want to be in your shoes because I don't know. It's like I feel like people sympathize with you, people empathize with you, and it's like they want that. But I'm not getting empathy towards you. That's what I'm getting. So that's why I kind of said, I don't know. Okay, so we got the King of Pentacles. That's why. Okay, that's why. The Master to the King of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. Strength. Yeah, that's what I was getting. Is like you probably have been through quite a lot. So interesting how I'm like getting these messages, and like we did these pulls blindly in the beginning of the reading. And the Strength card actually did come through. 7 of Cups. King of Pentacles, Strength to the 7 of Cups. Okay. We got nothing will come from this situation or of this situation void. Of course, Moon. Going with the flow, Ace of Cups. Going with the flow, Ace of Cups. Okay. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full Moon in Pisces. I wonder if this is in reverse here. It almost feels like this 9 of Swords should be in reverse. Like that's not you. That's not your energy. And that's why people want to be in your shoes. Interesting. Okay. 9 of Cups. Yeah. It's so funny because I'm looking at this card, and this little like part right here is actually reminding me a little bit of like the evil eye. I don't know if you guys can see it. That little black dot in the middle. And they also have their third eye activated here. Some women here do their nails really pretty. Some women here wear lashes. Also saw something about purple here. I'm not sure what that is. Other women here are like good with animals. You don't have to be a woman watching this. Like maybe you're just like more feminine person. You felt drawn to the images or something, whatever shoe you saw. But I heard something about chi-chis. Some women here have like really nice chi-chis, really nice boobies. And like other people want that. That's so interesting. Yeah, look, her chi-chis are out right here. Let me cover her up because I don't want YouTube to flag the video. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah. She's got love handles in this too. She's also got back dimples or like back. This kind of reminds me like back piercings here. Some people here could be Asian or of Asian descent because I'm seeing something about that. Asian or like Middle Eastern. Some people want to be more like you or want to be in your shoes because they really admire your culture. Like the music, the food, the way they dress, like all of it. And maybe you're part of that and they want to be part of that. That's the first message I got, where it's like cultural things making people want to be in your shoes. That's interesting. I feel like this is the group of feminines where you are just as connected to your feminine energy as you are to your masculine energy. And other feminines want to be more like that. They struggle with that. They don't know when to be aggressive and when not to. They don't know when to laugh it off and when to be serious. They don't know when to assert themselves versus let another person come to them. It's like they mess those things up sometimes, or they feel like they do. That's their mind, not me. I'm not saying they're messing it up. I don't know them, but strength. I feel like you're somebody that doesn't crack under pressure, and people want to be in your shoes for that reason. When you're being challenged, when you're going through obstacles, when you are struggling, some of you guys, when you're quite literally struggling, you wear well. I'm seeing a Reaper. Somebody here could have Scorpio in their chart. Earth. Leo came through. Pisces. People want to be in your shoes because they feel like you're lucky. And that's kind of odd to me, because I do feel like I said, in this group, you've had like a lot of twists and turns happen in your life that like nobody could have accounted for. Nobody could have expected or anticipated, predicted. I mean, maybe a reader, but like, you know what I mean? Like it was just another day for you when these things were happening. Some of you guys, unfortunately, things that happened when you were a child. Wow. This is the group of people where you've escaped something, or like I don't want to say walk away. You probably ran away from a lot of people that were unhealthy for you. Why do people want to be in your shoes? I feel like this group is like very misunderstood. So the reason why people want to be in your shoes could like be completely false. Like things that aren't even actually like going on in your life, but like they make an assumption that they are. Yeah, so this is probably like the group of like the most misunderstood people. So you could be watching this. I want to let you know that like some of these things that you hear, you may not think these things about yourself, but it's these assumptions that other people are making about you. Okay, so you're kind of getting like two readings in one, like what assumptions people make about you, and based off of those assumptions, why do they want to be in your shoes? Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so some women here, I don't know if you were raised rich or your daddy was rich. You have a boyfriend that spoils you, or a man that spoils you. Maybe it could be an uncle. It could be, I don't know what it is, but I feel like in this group you're very liked by masculines, and I don't even just mean romantically. I feel like you're respected by other masculines too. You're respected by your partner as well, and maybe other feminines, they're not respected by their partner. Their partner doesn't view them as an equal. I feel like in this group you are an extremely responsible person too. You age nicely. Some of you guys have a muscular body, like you be working on that body. I also heard somebody say, I woke up like this, and I'm seeing veggies. I'm seeing a smoothie. So there could be some woman here, some feminines here that actually eat very healthy. Or maybe you can cook really well. People want to be more like you because of that. Maybe they're not that great at it. I'm seeing somebody with a scrunched up face. People want to be more like you because you can express your irritability, your annoyance, your upsetness authentically. And maybe they have to cover that up. Maybe they are not as, it feels like not as honest with their emotions. Like when you don't like something, maybe you say that, but other people don't. Because I'm seeing somebody who can be a bit of a challenge. You can be a bit hard headed. You're definitely like an extremely independent person. I'm getting. You don't wait for people to tell you to do something. You just go do it. And if somebody tells you you can't do something, you go and do it just probably to prove them wrong. I feel like in this group, you proved a lot of people wrong. You've matured nicely. Some of you guys actually like glowed up, and people want to be in your shoes for that reason. Maybe when you were younger or a couple of years ago, you weren't at your best and you're looking different now, and people want to be in your shoes for that. So this is the group of people where I feel like some of the reasons why people want to be in your shoes, some of the things are temporary things, not necessarily like parts of your character necessarily. I mean, they are now, but it feels like you've grown into yourself in a lot of ways. Some people here can dye their hair and it looks really good, or wear like accessories and stuff like that. They don't feel like it looks good on them when they do that. You could wear bangles or bracelets. You could do your eyebrows like really nicely. Some people here look really good in like different lip colors and stuff, and like maybe you take the time to like paint your nails, because I'm seeing her nails here in this are red. Now there are other women here that don't care about any of that stuff, and that's why people want to be in your shoes, because I guess they just care about that stuff more. I'm seeing water here, water here, water. Oh, okay. This could be the group of people where you're like well traveled. You've actually traveled, and people want to be in your shoes because of that. Even if you just travel like around your state or like a city away or something like that, it's like you get out of town every now and again. Maybe you have a social life or something like that. People want to be in your shoes because of that. How do you make people feel though? Eight of Swords. I feel like honestly in this group, unfortunately, you have some people that like want to be in your shoes because they are like kind of in a victim mentality, and they see when you're down, when you're struggling, like people actually want to help you because they don't think that you deserve that. They don't think you deserve to be in that position. So they try to help you. And so yeah, I feel like you're the person where like people compliment you and you even when you don't ask. Most of the time you guys don't want that at all. But the people that want to be like you, there's a certain group of people with this Eight of Swords. It's not everyone, but it's a certain group of people where I feel like they actually are in a victim mentality, and they would like for, I don't want to say like things to be handed to them, but that's kind of what it's coming off as. It's like they kind of would like for people to see them like that Five of Pentacles. I'm starving, I'm down, I don't know what to do. But that's not really the case. Like these are people that actually have made like active choices and decisions in their life that ended up or led to them ending up where they are. But with you, like I said, it's like the things that have actually, I don't want to say like messed up your progress, but some of you guys just like delayed certain things for you or whatever misfortunate things. Is that the word? Yeah. I don't know if it's misfortune or unfortunate things that you've been through. It was completely out of your control. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do about karma or this or karma that. Like, and I feel like for these people, when things happen to them, it's actually karma. It's actually their karma playing out for them. And they want to be like you because they don't realize that. They don't realize that there are unforeseen forces, I feel like, working. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm seeing the moon. And this moon is actually like controlling this person in the image. Like the energy from the moon is actually controlling them. It's making them feel woozy. They're like about to fall out of this house, about to fall out of this building onto some swords because they can't snap out of it. Yeah. So I feel like in this group of people, the people that want to be in your shoes are actually quite delusional. They're fearful people. They're people that have a lot of dreams, but they don't go after them. It's sad. Yeah, there are some people that want to be in your shoes in this group, but it's almost like they don't quite feel like they're enough. But they are too egoistic to admit that. So maybe around you, it kind of comes off as like holier than thou sort of energy, backhanded compliments, that sort of thing. So in this group, that's how you'll know if somebody is intimidated by you or if they envy you for real, is because they will say certain things. Sometimes people say things, genuinely, and it's taken the wrong way. That wasn't their intention, right? I didn't mean for that to sound like an insult. It's just how I talk. I'm very sarcastic. And other times people say those things, they do those things on purpose. They want to like embed themselves into your psyche the way that other people have for them. You know what I mean? Hmm. And that's the type of people that want to be in your shoes in this group. People that do stuff like that. That's sad. That's the only way that they can really influence people is by like trying to. It doesn't feel like dark magic. Like I'm not getting that. It feels more like trying to psych people out, you know what I mean? Trying to knock people off their path. Like I feel like the people that envy you would probably do some really like low down things to get where they want to be, and that's why they're not where they want to be. You know what I mean? Similar to pile number 2. We got 2 more piles here, so I'm excited to see what different things come through here. There's a group of people here where you look really good in dark colors. You look really good in black. Maybe the way you dress is like very slimming for you. You know how to dress to your body type or whatever. Your style could be really elegant. Maybe you wear materials that are more expensive or something like that. People can tell. You look expensive. You look large and in charge. You look sure of yourself. You look like very experienced. You know what I mean? And it's not even just the way you look, it's the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you don't like get distracted by little things that don't matter. You don't gossip. You just don't get caught up in stuff like that. You've already got enough on your plate. You know what I mean? Some people here are artistic because I'm seeing the 7 of Cups here. Some people want to be in your shoes because you come off as like brave and like courageous. A lot of things that they would be scared to do, you just do. And it's like maybe it's things that could be like dangerous for them. Like maybe you're a daredevil. Some people here could like go skiing, or maybe you want to go bungee jumping or ziplining or stuff like that. Even go karting, or some people here they drive like a fast car or something like that. I don't know why that came through. I'm not a car. Not for everyone. Not everyone here, because I also got that there's some city people watching right here. But so some of you could have an accent. So many reasons why people might want to be in your shoes that you don't think are a big deal, but you're coming through here. Your voice, balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. Full moon in Pisces. Okay, so in this group, you guys could be people that don't mind forgiving. You could be a very forgiving person. People want to be in your shoes for that reason. Another group is like they didn't hold grudges, but this is different. It's not just about whether or not you hold a grudge, it's about whether or not you can forgive and actually move past things. And I feel like that's why the Nine of Swords came out in reverse. Because the people that envy you, it's like things replay a lot in their head and it makes them feel like the victim. And I'm not saying that they weren't, but at some point, you move on. Like you learn from it. You grow from it. I feel like in this group, you've shown a lot of growth in yourself and like who you are. You've turned lemons into lemonade. You've taken responsibility for your own life, even if it was difficult for you, even if it made you look at yourself in the mirror and maybe it wasn't the easiest thing to do. Other people want to be in your shoes because for whatever reason they feel like how would they know that? I don't know how they would know that. Be careful. This isn't to make anybody feel like, oh, I gotta worry, but like I got a message that people feel like things work out for you when you really need it to. Like when you're desperate and down, like things work out for you miraculously. And that's why I said, how would they know that? That has to be somebody that's like close enough to you, right? To like know what's going on in your daily life, to know whether or not something worked out for you. So there are some people that wish you well, and they just kind of wish that they had that sort of luck too. But there's that other side, right? Where it's like they can't quite tell if they like you or not. They can't quite tell if they're inspired or envious. Maybe they cheat or trotter. That's why I say be careful, be careful, because it's almost like that's a bad habit of theirs. They don't realize it, but sometimes they are. How do I explain this? I feel like people can like sometimes, whether they realize it or not, like send evil eye to other people when they start saying stuff like why them and not me, stuff like that, even when they just say it to themselves internally. And I feel like that's what happens with this group. It's like people feel like because you have it, that's why they don't. And that's just not how the word works. That's not how the word works. There's like 7 billion of us, like you really think, and counting, you really think that that's how it works, but it's not. But I feel like that's the mentality that they get stuck in. So there's some like really immature people, I feel like, that want to be in your shoes. Some of you guys, it's even younger people, like people that are younger than you. I also heard some people here are an older sibling, and in a positive note, you really make your siblings like look up at you and really appreciate you, really admire you and who you are. I feel like you're a very legitimate person. I'm not getting that you be kiki and kicking it with anybody though. You could be a very busy person. You don't have time for certain things. The other groups, it was like that's just not who they were. They don't care. Their heart is not there. You know what I mean? They didn't even think that other people could be thinking about them the way that they are, even if it was negative. But in this group, I feel like you're aware of it and you don't have time to waste. If it's not about money, if it's not about you, your family, what's making you better, you don't pay any attention to it. And I feel like people want to be in your shoes for that reason, because they're constantly like beating dead horses and wondering why their luck is not good. You seem like somebody who has hope for like a better life. You know what I mean? No matter how down you get, you still hope. You still get back on the horse. You know what I mean? Some people here could have kids in this pile. People want to be in your shoes because you seem like somebody that would be an excellent parent. Like you would teach your kids like real life things. So some of you guys, the people that want to be in your shoes are actual parents right now. The actual parents. And I don't know, they just don't feel like they're doing a great job right now. Or maybe their relationship with their children are strained. I don't know. Something about this is like coming through about somebody with parents. So there could be somebody who's older than you. Maybe they're not a parent. Maybe they're just older than you. There's definitely somebody older than you coming through here. Interesting. Anything else, Spirit, about why people want to be in their shoes? I heard you have 2 sides to you. You have a soft side and you have a sharp side to you. You use them accordingly. Oh, I also heard something about you don't scare easily. You're not easily intimidated. That's very clear to other people. They want to be in your shoes for that reason. They want to feel as stable and secure. You know, they want to feel steady. I heard something about birds too. This group has a lot of people that gossip about them, and I don't want to say every single time it rolls off your skin, but I do feel like most of the time it's like you just get so busy with something else that you don't even have time to think about it. So the people that I said earlier that like try to do those like kind of slick slide things, you know, to try to penetrate your mental, it's like they want to be like you because they notice that it's not fucking working. Even strangers, like I feel like in this group, you could have strangers that do like subtle things, like they don't hold the door for you, they forget manners all of a sudden. You know what I mean? Like little things, subtle things. This is a group of people where you've dealt with a lot of subtle things that people do, but it's because they're not as strong as you. They're not as powerful as you. There's only but so much that they can do before they're crossing the line a little bit too far, and they're gonna get that sharp side. People want to be in your shoes because of that. I don't want to say you're feared, but I feel like you're like seriously respected, and you know people act different around you for sure. This wedding cake. Hey Tay, hey, thanks for watching. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if you're still on here. I saw that comment like 8 minutes late, but I was getting so into the message. But maybe you come back and watch this and you see me say hi to you. Good to see you again. Okay. Let's pick these up now. We're gonna move on to pile number 4 because I was trying to keep this under 2 hours or an hour and a half to an hour, and we're already at an hour. So here we go. I'm glad that I didn't try to schedule the men's edition for this on the same day because I don't think I would have been able to do 4 hours back to back. Not today. Other days I can do it, but not today. Okay, we're gonna get started now with pile number 4 or shoe number 4. What was the 4th shoe for this one? Let me double check real quick. Let me check the image. This one was the pink and black leather. Sorry, that might have been loud in the microphone. This is the pink and black leather boot that goes up to the knee. Okay. I chose that kind of like design for shoe. I saw this like black leather knee high boot that I really liked, and I was like, I should do maybe like a little graphic to kind of match that, but with the colors I like. So like for my channel, my colors are like pink, purple, black, white. Those are my colors. And so I kind of made a shoe like that. So you guys might have been drawn to that shoe or that boot, or you were drawn to this pile while I was doing the shuffles, or this soda lake crystal. I'm not sure which one it is or how it's pronounced, but okay, here we go. So pile number 3. Let's say we're starting you guys at, I'm going to put it in the chat real quick, and then I'm going to get a sip of water before we get started. In today's reading, we're going to be looking at why people want to be in your shoes. So whether they're feeling inspired, whether they're feeling envious, this is one of the weekly, bi-weekly topics that we're going to be doing now on the channel, which is let me hype you up. So today we're hyping you up by looking at how people think about you really. Okay. All right. Tell me about pile number 4. Here we go. Why do people want to be in their shoes? Thanks for watching. My name is Jay. If it resonates, definitely let me know. Comment on the video or watch more readings like this on my channel. Part 2 for the men is going to be linked below. And I think it will also be a redirect automatically after this video, if I've set it up right. 21, mountains, block, obstacle, delay, enemy, challenge, and stubbornness. Whew. Okay, I feel the need to take a deep breath for this group. Ripeness, 9 of pentacles. Okay. This is the one group you might actually been drawn to more than one group. I didn't say that for any of the other groups so far. This is the 4th one, but I feel like this is one where you are going to have similar messages. I just want to make that clear. They're not all going to be the same though. Not at all. Okay. We got 8 of pentacles. Wow. 10 of cups. Aww. Okay. 5 of wands. The page of wands. And the 9 of cups. You got the 10 and the 9 of cups. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. You are good enough, full moon in Virgo. Virgo, Capricorn energy came through here. Some people here could have fire in their chart as well. Sag came through. What's this? 8 of pentacles in reverse. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Wow. And the Queen of Swords. Damn. Why are they feeling like that? Wow. Okay. Well, this is the one group where I can say, I don't want to say everybody, but I would say there's a good a lot of people that want to be in your shoes, and it's coming from like an envious place. It's coming from a hurt place or a lacking self-awareness place, feels like. Okay. So I'm not going to tap into those people too much because it's almost like exactly who I'm talking about when I said that. But okay, why do people want to be in their shoes? Because you're the real deal. You're the real deal. And I feel like this is the group of people, you have like an old soul to you. It's very apparent when people talk to you and interact with you that that's the type of person you are. You love with your whole heart, you love unconditionally. You want everybody to be at peace with each other. You know what I mean? You don't want drama, you don't want chaos. And I feel like the choices that you make and the things that you do reflect that. Whereas the people that want to be in your shoes, oh hey, you're still here. Okay. Whereas the people that want to be in your shoes, they slip up. You know what I mean? Their mask slips a lot of the time. The people that want to be in your shoes, I feel like they pretend like they're hardworking, or they pretend like they're a good person, that they're smart, or that things are working out for their life, and they're actually not. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with like working on yourself, going to therapy, becoming nicer, trying to change your fate, whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. But I feel like once you start like lying about it, or once you start like manipulating people to like try to keep them around, that's when it gets really tricky. That's when it gets like, in my opinion, just like wrong. You know what I mean? And you're not like that. You're not like that. I feel like your flaws make you who you are. You know what I mean? There aren't many. A lot of people view you to be imperfectly perfect. And maybe you might not like that. Maybe you don't want people talking about you like that, but that's how they view you. And it's out of love. I feel like your friends, like your partners, the people that have known you for years, like those people I feel like are safe. But when you guys like go through your day-to-day life, every ordinary, day or whatever, I feel like you do meet people sometimes that, what's that? I'm gonna move this microphone cord. Hopefully it doesn't make a weird noise for y'all. Okay. Um Damn, I probably should have did this before I started the reading, but oh well. I was so into it. Now we're on pile 4. Why do people want to be in your shoes? Ugh, okay. Some people want to be in your shoes because they've been trying to lose weight and they can't. Quote unquote, they can't. They can't. That's not. So some people here, your physicality is like coming through here. There are some people here that are a little bit on the petite side. The things that are coming through, the reason why people envy you is like I almost don't want to say them because they don't matter. Like they're things that like these people should like free themselves from worrying about so much. But they do, you know what I mean? It's like physical things. It's like feeling like they're not a respectable person if they don't do this job, if they don't make this amount of money, if they don't have this amount of friends, if their partner doesn't do this for them. It's like they're constantly like looking around them. Yep, it's ridiculous, exactly. They're constantly looking around them, and the things that they're finding value in, it's so telling about like where they are with themselves. I feel like for you, the compassionate, like loving person that you are, you would want to probably like lift these people up, compliment them, be their friend even. Um, Give them a hug, god damn it. You know what I mean? Tell them that they're good. Listen to them when they have problems. But it's like that's not necessarily enough for these people. It's not enough for them to be like listened to. It's almost like they want like boom, snap the finger, make my life perfect. But you live a life that is not perfect, and that's okay. There are a lot of things that, like I said, you may have materially or like physically. I'm getting more so in like the way that you dress. So some people want to be in your shoes because they want your wardrobe, they want your style. But again, those things are not super important. The most important thing about the Nine of Pentacles is their independence, their perseverance, their patience, their ability to see something through, like a project through to where it reaches success. You know what I mean? Their humbleness, their down to earthness, their ability to work hard and play hard. And I feel like that's what people want to be in your shoes. But it's like these are things that they could be very easily with like the change of a schedule or a good companion, a good friend in their corner. You know what I mean? Like there are only a few things, a few changes that these people would have to like make in their life to where they might be exactly where you are, but they don't see it like that. They don't feel it like that. This is the group of people where the ones that want to be in your shoes, they're in their feelings. Like they're deeply in their feelings. Let them tell it with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It's like they don't know where they're going. They feel lost. You know what I mean? And that's sad. You want to like empathize with them for sure. I feel like you're a very empathetic person, so you would probably hear the things they've been through or whatever and empathize with them. But what they probably don't tell you is that those things happen as a what's it called? What's that word? A reaction. Okay, so let me say it this way. This is probably the group of people where you've had people like trauma dump on you a lot, right? Where they'll be like, oh my God, I was randomly doing this, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, so and so said this to me, or they went and they did this and blah, blah, blah. Or they'll come to you and they'll say, oh my God, I had a terrible day. So and so came in my face and told me all of this about me, blah, blah, blah. What they didn't tell you is that a lot of the things that they were saying were fucking true. So you probably have had people that have tried to like form a relationship with you based off of lies, honestly. And they will never tell you that. Be careful in this group. And I think it's simply just because of your heart. I think it's simply because of how like understanding of a person you are and how patient of a person you are that, you attract good and bad. It's fine. I feel like you know your worth and like you can do a lot of like protection and get yourself out of really sticky situations pretty easily. I feel like you're a very agile person mentally and physically. You know what I mean? Some of you guys, you're older on the older side, but you have a young mentality, youthful at heart, youthful spirit. And people want to be in your energy for that reason. Like some of you guys, you really love like what you do every day. You love what you do for work. And they hate it. The people that want to be in your shoes, they absolutely fucking hate it. And I don't even think it's that they hate what they do. They don't want to work at all. And I get it. But sometimes you got to, right? And it's like you can't just hate one major part of your life all day, every day. That's going to ruin your spirit. And I feel like for this group, you find hobbies, you find things to do, you find outlets, you know what I mean, to keep yourself in good spirits. You know what I mean? You do a lot of emotional hygiene, I heard, on you and yourself. And like other people don't see that. Maybe you cry on your own at home. Maybe you have to journal. Maybe you blah, blah, blah. But I do feel like there are things that you have to do to be the type of person that you are. And that's what other people don't see. You're super funny. You have a really, really, really good sense of humor. You can make light of situations without making people feel invalidated. And again, not many people can do that. They wish they could be in your shoes for that reason. Everything they say is taken the wrong way. It's probably because it's coming from the wrong space. It's coming from an unhealed place. You know what I mean? Whether they want to admit it or not. 9 of Cups. Ugh, you're just so desirable. You know what I mean? I feel like you're such a fantastic person. Like you're awesome. Very cool. This is like the coolest of all the piles so far. You're so cool. Very chill person. Like I could smoke a J with you. I could go climb Mount Everest with you. I could go to this poetry night with you. I could go watch these new news things with you. I just feel like you're such a like well-rounded individual. You can kick it with pretty much anybody, Maybe you don't, but I feel like if you wanted to, you could. It's unfortunate because I feel like this is such a good person, but you do get people that feel like a bit in competition with you. And you end up kind of like winning even when you weren't trying to. You weren't trying to be in competition. Like, what does that mean? Like, let's say you're in the gym, or let's say maybe you don't go to the gym. Maybe you are just at work or in the grocery store or whatever, and you're just picking your stuff. It's like the person next to you all of a sudden wants to be the first person to pick that type of food. Well, they could have just waited. Or all of a sudden, it's like you're going to the line and they want to try to rush up to get there before you. It's like everything is a competition with these people. Why? You don't know. To you, it's just like someone being strange. But for them, it's like they're trying to win. Like little battles, like here and there, that literally make no sense. It's just them. So these are people that probably were like pinned against their siblings, or always compared when they were younger, always compared in like past relationships and stuff. It's unfortunate, but I feel like the lessons that they were meant to learn from some of those situations, they kind of took it in the reverse way, and that's why they're still struggling. That's why they still feel lost. Because we all go through like really shitty things. Like I'm not going to sit here and say that everyone has like a terrible life, but I do feel like we've all been through something, right? And like it teaches you stuff. But I don't feel like they're like learning. I don't feel like they are. It's just like they're reliving, and that's sad for them. I also feel like it's sad for you because you feel. I feel like in this group, I want to like give you an apology too, because like when you're really like feeling for people, it's like they can't help but assume that you're thinking the worst of them. And that hurts you too, because that's not who you are. But that's not your fault, I feel like, either. You know what I mean? I feel like you're a very hardworking person, and I feel like you have an insane attention to detail. You make people feel noticed. A lot of self-love here too in this group with the you are enough. That's why people want to be in your shoes. You have a nice balance to you. Some of you guys, you have like two different signs that are like exact opposite of each other in your chart. So you could have like Virgo Pisces, Gemini Sag, Aries Libra placements too. Like, but I'm seeing like sister sign placements in your chart. I feel like that makes your personality like very dynamic. Yeah, this does feel like a very dynamic person. Someone that you could call up randomly and like go have fun with them. Not every day. Like some of you guys, you are busy some days and you can't do it. But I do feel like you're down for it. You know, you, like I said, have a fun, youthful spirit to you. You're not afraid to step out of your comfort zone. And the people that want to be in your shoes are. They are very afraid of that. They are afraid of starting over. They are afraid of admitting that they're on the wrong path, and that's okay. And that can look like anything. That could just look like, this is not my friend and I thought they were. Or this is not the industry I'm meant to be, but I thought it was. You know? I feel like these are people that have a hard time like humanizing themselves. So the support, the love, the admiration that they want to get from other people, they're not getting it, but it's because they're not allowing themselves to. Like these could be people that always feel the need to appear hard. They're never having an off day. They're never tired. They're never, you know, having this thing going on. But I feel like in this group, it's like you kind of ride those waves. You're very honest about like where you are in your life. And it's like people want to be in your shoes because for whatever reason, it's like they would feel shame talking about sort of challenge that they're dealing with. They're very stubborn people. You know what I mean? It's like they create blocks for themselves. That's hard. That's hard. You know, I feel like these groups, you know, you just got to pray for them and hope that they find their way. Hope that the right person finds them and they like let them in. Because I feel like these are people that really the only thing that they need is like a good cry or a good friend or like to be told that the things that they were told weren't true. But they can never be told those things because they can't open up about them. So that's why I say kind of like pray for them because I do feel like these are people that need it. Like they need help or they need patience or something like that. I mean, you could try to give it to them, but I feel like they won't accept it from you. So maybe they need it from someone else. But yeah, I hope that made sense. Like the way that I'm trying to relay this. Because I really feel like it's like people comparing themselves to you. Like half of the stuff that came out in the other groups, it was like it was apparent that the person watching could also agree with that. Like, yeah, that's me. That's me. But I feel like in this group, a lot of the things that people are making assumptions about, like let them tell it. Let the people that want to be in your shoes tell it. You're having like such a happy life without them. You don't care about them. These could be your own friends, mind you, where it's like every now and again they tell themselves that you don't care, or these could be your family members, your partners. Like they just have times where they have a hard time accepting love, where they have a hard time accepting. It feels like the truth, like not the what their intrusive thoughts say, but like the truth. And that makes it hard for you to love them. It makes it hard for them to feel loved. And that's just a tough spot to be in. You know what I mean? A real tough spot to be in. Some people in this group are really good with animals too. I don't know why I just got that. There's some people here that are like DIY, even the women. I mean, this is for the feminine edition. So some women here, like you can build that shit. You can mount that TV. You can start that garden, or you can I just feel like you can do a lot of things on your own. And I'm noticing how like this woman here is like going into this like dark cave full of eyes on her, watching her as she is going to go through something like really dark or something unknown or whatever, and just have to rely on herself. It kind of feels like there's a path that you're trying to take right now that I feel like a lot of people have tried and it didn't work out for them. And I don't feel like this is just right now. I feel like this is you, period. Like the people that want to be in your shoes, they quote unquote tried doing something that you did and didn't work out for them. That could be, I tried to wear that one outfit, it didn't look good. I tried to go to this place and have fun, but I didn't. And the reason why they didn't have fun is because they weren't a fun person. They weren't willing to have fun. They weren't trying. It's just like I said, a lot of comparisons that don't make sense to you, wouldn't matter to you, but I feel like would matter to them. You seem so beautiful. Like I feel like this is the group of people where you're so good looking. What's that word? Like conventionally good looking, like not even just like people in your town or your city or your race would think you're good looking, but like everyone. That's like the last message that came through, and I feel like it came through last for a reason. Because on top of like who you are, you're so damn like I don't even want to call it like hot and sexy. Like this feels like really beautiful. Gorgeous. You see the glass half full rather than half empty. You're a queen in your eyes. You're royalty in your eyes. You hold yourself to a high regard, a high esteem. You don't accept just anything. You know what I mean? And that's out of love for you, out of love for other people. Some women here could look really good with short hair too, and people wish that they could be like that. Look good with short hair. Interesting. Maybe someone here recently went to the beach. Someone wants to be in your shoes for that reason. I'm also seeing cherry blossoms. So I don't know if it's that you did something like artsy fartsy cute. Some people here could be good at like painting or something like artistic. I'm not getting like music and stuff though. Like this feels more so like something you do with your hands. So I don't know if you do like pottery or you sculpt things or something, but I'm seeing something that you do with your hands. You know, a lot of things that people do with their hands, but it's like someone's comparing what you do with your hands to what they do with theirs. Interesting. Okay. I think the window is closing, as Chitra Moon would say, for this reading. That's what I could channel from these cards. So we're going to move on now to pile number 5, last but not least. Pile number 5. Okay. Spirit, can you tap into pile number 5, please? Pile number 5. Pile number 5. Oop. Sorry, Mr. Owl. Let me bring you back out. Mr. Owl. Okay. All right. Timestamp in the chat. We're starting pile 5 at there we go. Let me get a sip of water before we get started. Okay. Hi, pile number 5. Welcome to your reading. Today, you might have chose this pile because you were drawn to the black kind of combat boots that I added on there. Those boots are actually from a specific brand. I'm not sponsored by them, so I'm not telling you guys go buy it because I'm going to get a kickback. But the brand is Celine, Celine. They're called bulky laced up boots, and they're nylon. And they have them in different sizes and stuff. I really liked that shoe, and so I actually kind of like made it one of the things. But I just wanted to like be clear, that's not my shoe. Okay, don't come here trying to come for me. I just thought it was cute. Okay, lapis lazuli. That's the crystal you might have been drawn to, or maybe you liked watching the piles in the intro while I did the blind shuffles. But let's get into why people want to be in your shoes. So during today's reading, I really want to make it clear: take what is yours and leave what isn't, and also understand that I'm going to be looking to see if people feel inspired or envious of you. So I'm going to give the honest truth based off of my interpretation. And if you like it, let me know. Okay. This is the Knight of Wands, and it talks about conflict, debates, hard work, abuse, pain, and physical activity. Damn. That's a wild card to start with. My eyes got a little teary just now. Magician. Oh, wow. Magician, existence. Interesting. Isolation. Damn. Got whipped with isolation. 3 of Swords. Existence and isolation. Oh boy. Okay. Receptivity. Queen of Cups. I'm going to cover up her biddies, y'all, just because YouTube. Let me see if I can use. I don't know if it'll stay. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's going to stay. But I have these like little amethyst crystals. And I also have black onyx in like these little circles. I wanted to see if it was going to stay, but it didn't. So we'll just use this one. Okay. What else? King of Wands. Interesting. King of Wands. Okay. The 6 of Wands. And the Ace of Swords. Okay. So I feel like if the first few minutes like don't resonate for you at all in this group, then watch a different pile. Because this group feels like someone who has like a really strong personality. You could actually be an extrovert in this group. people think that you're attractive. They think you're hot. They think you have a lot of influence. You pull a lot. Some of you guys can pull like a lot of guys or a lot of girls, maybe even like you could pull both genders, all genders. You can influence the masses if you wanted to. Some of you guys, you actually have like some sort of what's it called, audience or something like that, or maybe you just always have all eyes on you all the time. I'm getting hot, like hot vibes from this group. Outspoken, you know what I mean? Larger than life. Not going to make myself small for anybody, for real. That's kind of what I'm getting. Very talented. The world is your oyster, sort of personality. So if that doesn't sound like you, watch a different pile. It's time for healing. Yeah. And what do you? Wow, this card is so beautiful. Look at this card. I don't know if you can kind of see. There's like a snowy like environment there. And as we move through, it's kind of reminding me of the Northern Lights. I don't know why. That just made me feel something. What do you need to release? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. We've got the Fool. Aries energy came through. Page of Wands. Ace of Swords. King of Cups. Okay. Gemini, Virgo came through. Queen of Cups is here. Take what is yours, because I'm getting a lot of like fire and water. I also got a little bit of Virgo there with the Magician. Okay. So these could be people that have that in their chart that are thinking these things about you, or maybe that's extra confirmation for somebody here for whatever reason. I'm seeing something about a fish. A fish. A fish out of water. Okay. Oh, so why do people want to be in your shoes? There's so many different reasons for this group. There's some people that want to love you. Like they want to love you and they want you to love them in a romantic sense. Now, there are other people that want to be your friend, similar to, I think it was like pile number 2. And then there are other people who I would say feel inspired by you with the Fool. How are you making them feel? The Fool to the Page of You're making them feel like it's time for a change. You're making it feel like it's time for them to step out of their comfort zone. It's time for them to get out there, be more social, put themselves out there. So some people here, you're like in a relationship right now, or you're dating somebody. Take what is yours and leave what isn't, right? Because that's not going to be the only message. But like there are some people here that are currently in a relationship right now. They're dating and they're being taken care of. They're being loved, or they're being supported. Or maybe you're, no, this is for the feminine, so I'll just leave it like that. But and people want to be in your shoes for that reason. They want that love too. I feel like in this group, the people that envy you or the people that would want to be in your shoes, let me not say envy, the people that want to be in your shoes, they be in a positive light. I feel like it's mostly strangers though. Mostly like people they don't have to be strangers, but I don't feel like these are like people that you're super close with that want to be in your shoes. Close enough to where they could see that you're a talented individual, close enough to see that, maybe you've been hurt before, or maybe people have said or done things to you that you didn't deserve. Close enough for that. But like when I say close, I mean like you could view these people to be your loved ones, you could view these people to be your friends or your family, or you could just view them to be just another person you know. You know what I mean? That's why I say take it as it resonates. But a time for healing with the existence. I feel like people want to be in your shoes in this group because some of you guys, you're not afraid to get dirty. You're not afraid to like, let me not say dirty, like sexual. That's not what I'm getting. When I say that, I heard something about like, I'm seeing the image of like somebody getting on their knees to get a job done. Oh, let me not say it like that because that makes it sound a little different. But like, I don't know if this is like construction or something heavy. I don't know what this is. And I'm like seeing somebody like do a job that could maybe get them dirty or maybe like harm them or be very taxing emotionally, but you can get it done. You don't complain about that sort of thing. Maybe you're even into that sort of thing. You like being challenged. That's why people want to be in your shoes. You're not fragile in this group at all. You're not afraid of a little pain. I feel like in this group, you're like a super emotionally strong person. You're emotionally intelligent as well. I feel like a lot of people in the beginning, like, and when I say in the beginning, I mean like before they even have like the first conversation with you, just by like looking at you, they want to assume a lot of things about you, like whether or not you're a good person, whether or not you just bank off of your looks or this or that or whatever. But very quickly, when I say like very quickly, they see that they were fucking wrong. And then they start to love you. Why do people want to be in your shoes with the Six of Wands? You seem very clear with like where you're going. You know what I mean? And while it's lovely to have praise and to be flattered, I feel like you don't bank off of those things. But the Ace of Swords, this tells me that you actually are a very smart person. Like you are a very cerebral person as much as you are a feeler. What do you need to release, waning moon? I feel like you do a lot of like mental check-ins with yourself too. Some of you guys, you do this simply because you have highs and lows, and then for others of you, there's something different there with like, I don't know if this is some sort of trauma. Sorry to you if that is the case. I feel like this is somebody who has done like healing on themselves too, for sure. And I feel like that's the biggest reason why people want to be in your shoes. Um, okay, what I'm thinking of is like a celebrity. Like, oh my God, this is so sad. But some of you guys might know, like the story of Drew Barrymore. Drew Barrymore. Oh my God, I don't know why I said it like that. I think that's her name, Drew Barrymore. And if you guys like know her story, like it was actually really sad how she grew up. Like she grew up like in the limelight, also like being taken to like these parties for adults where they're doing like a lot of drugs and like drinking. And she started going to those when she was like 5, you know what I mean? And then she had a lot of other things happen to her. But yet she still turned out to be this like really amazing person. I think she has her own show now or something like that. Or I've seen her on like a lot of different talk shows. She's an amazing actress, you know what I mean? And a lot of people might not know to the, thickest extent what she's been through, but I do feel like it's kind of something you can sense when you're around her. As loving, as happy and smiley as she is, you can tell that she's somebody who's probably been harmed, like gone through some emotional things, whether that is like grieving or like a relationship that didn't last or whatever. But I feel like that's you. Like why people want to be like you is because you have a story to you, and I feel like you live that story proudly. There seems like somebody who has like a lot of pride in themselves. You're not going to let another person make you feel less than. It won't happen. And I feel like in the other groups, it was like if someone tried to do that, you would just ignore it, or they would just ignore it, or just kind of like move on. But I feel like in this group, like because of the things you've been through, like you can stick up for yourself. You can let another person know when they've crossed your boundaries. You can march on your own, if somebody doesn't like what the fuck you have to say. Like I feel like, yeah, this is the only group I feel like where I've cursed. I don't think I've cursed in any of the other piles, and I curse a lot. So um maybe some of you guys have like a bit of a potty mouth, or like I said, you say things and you don't really care how other people take it. That's their problem. Take it up with God or whatever they believe in. Some of y'all have that kind of like I don't give a shit attitude, but it's not because you're a bad person. It's more so because I feel like it's because of the things you've been through. Like you've kind of just learned like there's only one life to live. You know what I mean? You're trying your best. Let other people try their best. And I feel like the people that you're meant to be around, you click with them. And the people you're not, you just don't. And it's like you're not sitting here dwelling on the fact that so and so and you didn't work out, or that you and this friend just don't see eye to eye. I feel like you just move on. And a lot of people want to be in your shoes for that reason. They don't have that ability. The King of Wands is a very strong person. They're super charismatic and warm. They're very persuasive too. Hmm. The Magician. Tell me about this Magician card. Why do people want to be in their shoes? I feel like in this group, it's like you're like people not necessarily like knowing who you are, you being the new person in town, you having different skills and talents than most. That works for you. That works for you. I feel like you're kind of like the oddball out in a lot of places. Whether that is you're the prettiest, you're the smartest, you're the most outspoken, you are the most receptive, but there's something, it's like you're more than other people around you. There's a quality that you have where it's like you have more of it than the people around you. And it's come from like you stepping into yourself, it feels like. Some of you guys have like learned how to fake it till you make it. I feel like you're such a brilliant person. You shine your light everywhere you go. You have strong capabilities in this group. It's almost like yeah, I feel like you're very magnetic too. You draw people in. It's like there's a mystery behind you. You might feel like you're the most outspoken, open book person ever, but people want to know more about you. Even if they know everything, they want to know more. And that's why people want to be in your shoes. I think that is a similar energy that came through for pile number 1. Like people wanting to know them, people wanting to be closer to them because they're the mystery there. People would want you on their show. They would want you on their podcast. They would want you in this important conversation because you add something. You bring something to the table. You leave things different than the way you found them. Some people here look good in red. Six of Wands. Why do people want to be in their shoes? People want to be in your shoes because they want. Some people just want the attention. You know what I mean? But things come with attention. You know what I mean? Some of you guys, you've learned that. You know, like some people say, all publicity is like good publicity. I don't know about that. Like I want to say yeah, but I don't know about that. You kind of, this could be like a my way or the highway sort of person. Some of you guys are like that. If it's not up to my liking, if I'm not cool with it, I'm not doing it. I'm not going. I'm not blah blah blah. And you don't have to explain yourself for that. It's so interesting because here's the Queen of Cups sitting right on top of this King of Wands, and I feel like this is the side that is reserved for the people that deserve it. Like your most receptive, loving, gentle side is reserved for specific people, and I feel like people want to be in your shoes for that reason because there's discernment there. There is exclusivity. This is a group of exclusivity. The other group was like, I'm more humble. I just don't get along with everybody. I'm from this type of place, I'm from this side of the world. We do things differently like that. So I attract this type of person. But this is like, no, I know what I'm looking for. I know what I want. You know what I mean? You're not gonna try to convince me that an apple is a pear, like that sort of personality I'm getting. Kind of like a cut the shit sort of person, but it's because you don't have the energy for that anymore. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Some other Three of Swords. What do you need to release? Isolation. Some of you guys were bullied or like you were like ostracized when you were younger. Even in your older age, like as an adult, you could have had some people just, like kind of try to start rumors about you, gossip about you, whatever. And I feel like they just like pushed you further into like yourself and like making yourself bigger while those people were, I feel like, kind of making themselves smaller because they were so attached to a group. They wanted to fit in so bad that they started going against you when you didn't even do anything wrong. I do feel like this is the group of people where it's like you don't have to do anything but like show up for people to want to be in your shoes. It's like they're looking at you and it's like I'm seeing so much. They want your legs, they want your hair, they want your ability to protect yourself, like almost. Why do people want to be in your shoes? Some of you guys have like strong genes. A time for healing. Balsamic moon. People want to be in your shoes because I feel like in this group, similar to another one, I can't remember which one it was, you're comfortable being alone. I'm not saying you are, because I do feel like I said, in this group, you could have a big social life or big friends, or maybe you're in a coupling right now, maybe you're dating, I don't know. But it feels like with the Magician there that I'm seeing in the isolation, maybe these are things you've experienced. Like maybe you're not all alone now, but you were at some point in your life, but you turn that pain into something different. This is the group of people, you're like a fierce debater. If you have a point to prove, you're gonna prove that shit. And no one can tell you you're wrong. And people want to be in your shoes because there's confidence in that. Yeah, like this is so confident and like I feel like this is somebody that holds their head high, You're not going to be made to feel bad about where you come from or the struggles that you've experienced because that's your life and no one else gets to fucking, have a say about what your life is but you. I really like this group. I feel like out of all of the groups, I'm getting that this is the group where you will stick up for yourself, or you will stick up for that person that deserves it. And you are going to laugh. You are going to, go and get it. You are going to surprise a lot of people. Strong character here. You're an individual. You're unique. Some people here could have hand tats or something like that. Anything else, Spirit, from this group? Why do people want to be in their shoes? Why do people want to be in their shoes? Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Some some people here can connect with animals or something like that. Maybe you have pets. I feel like this is the one group where like the superficial things that I personally think are like not so important aren't coming through for the reasons why people envy you. Like I feel like the reasons why people envy you are like things that you've actually done like hard work on yourself to be envied or like want to be or to inspire people even because I am getting with the Six of Wands that there's like an inspiring quality to you too. I really don't think there's too many people that kind of move on to that point of jealousy with this group. It's like because when they learn more about you, they can't help but like give you your props, you know? It's like when you see somebody famous or rich and you assume that they had like a rich family and then you find out no they worked day and night for that, or it's like you see somebody who is madly in love showing a lot of love and like PDA to their partner, and then someone's like ew yuck, and then they find out the reason why that person is able to do that is because maybe this is their partner that just got back from being deployed, or maybe years ago they lost their partner and they couldn't love again and now they found this person and they're so happy. It's like kind of like stuff like that where it's like for you to move it to a point of like jealousy or like envy or even like feeling like you're in competition with somebody like this, it's like you have to have like kind of like a rotten heart, because I feel like when you're at your best, when you're smiling, when you're happy, it's like you deserve it. You really do, because you've had a lot of dark times too, and I feel like you've had to bring yourself out of those times. When someone looks at you or someone like you who's like attractive or, skilled, vibrant, receptive, all these things, they may assume that you're never down. You never need time for healing. So maybe they're not around a lot when you're going through those periods. But I feel like when people really do get to see like who you are, they really start to envy you, because it's like they start to see your whole picture. They start to see your story, and that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to have a story. It's a beautiful thing to not just be like a replica copy as the next person down the street. You are you. They've never met someone like you. And they want to be like that. They want to be the person that people say, I've never met someone like them before. I've never been loved like this before. I've never seen someone so confident. I've never seen somebody show me this in this way before. I've never seen an artist do this. It's like that. And then you find out, oh my God, they're a tortured artist. Oh my God, they've been doing this for years. Or oh my God, blah, blah, blah. It's like that. It's like already a wow factor to you. But then when they find out more, it's so much deeper. It's so much like, whoa, you know what I mean? It like leaves them in awe in like a really good way. And that's why people want to be in your shoes. You're a character. You know what I mean? You are. I don't know. I almost wanted to say you're everything. Like you're giving, you slay. You really be. Some of y'all can turn up too. Like I heard some of y'all really be turning up. Like you can party. You can have a lot of fun too. Or maybe you did back in the day. Okay. Some of y'all have like some back in the day stories, and people want to have back in the day stories like that too. But okay. Wow. These groups came out so different than what I thought they would. And I'm hoping that the same thing happens for the men's edition. But yeah, I'm going to be doing the men's edition tomorrow. This kind of like hype me up, gas me up sort of reading will be a weekly, bi-weekly thing I do on the channel. So the Let Me Hype You Up was like the most rated poll. I'm doing another poll, which is going to have 3 other topics, and whichever one is rated the most from that one will be the second one that we do. So the Let Me Hype You Up, we're going to do that one weekly because it was rated the highest. And then the next one that we get will be what we do bi-weekly. Everything else will be accessible to members on Patreon. I have like 300, over 300, like 50, I think, readings on there accessible to members. And free members, I will start posting monthly video for free members on Patreon too. So don't think you can only be a member on Patreon and get things if you pay. I will be doing some free stuff on there too. But yeah, stay tuned. I will be doing a raffle for a free reading again. It's been a couple of months. I'm going to try to do them every quarter, so every 3 months, 4 months, or whatever. So, and yeah, thanks for watching. If it resonates, comment on the video, share it with your friends, with your loved ones, whoever. And I hopefully will see you in another one here on the channel soon. Bye. Stay safe, stay loved, peace, love, and happiness, all that good stuff. Okay. Bye, y'all. Oh my god. This mouse is being weird. Okay. Bye for real. Bye for real.